Saudi Prince Mohammed Bin Salman, or MBS, is a high roller. He and his family are way richer than the British royal family. Are you ready to see what his lifestyle is like? He stays in some of the most expensive homes when he travels around the world. He owns a yacht, glamorous cars, and a Leonardo da Vinci painting. But what is he like, and is he really the kind of person you would want to hang out with? Stay till the end to see what he spends his fortune on and everything about his lifestyle. Who is Mohammed bin Salman? Being a prince sounds outdated, but not for Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. Powerful monarchies aren't really a thing in most countries, but it is in Saudi Arabia. These Arabian princes really live it up. In 2015, Mohammed's father, Salman bin Abdulaziz, became king and prime minister at the same time. His royal lineage is his main claim to fame and income. Being in charge of the nation's entire GDP, Salman bin Abdulaziz has a cool $34 trillion to play around with. His son, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, was born on August 31, 1985, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. He is the son of the Saudi king's third wife. Salman bin Abdulaziz only has 3 wives and 13 children, and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is his favourite. Mohammed bin Salman studied at King Saudi University in Riyadh, graduating in 2007 with a BA in law. He never studied business, but he encourages and promoted entrepreneurship in Saudi Arabia. In 2009, he worked as his father's personal aide, doing administrative tasks and learning as much from his dad as he can. After being named Crown Prince, Bin Salman has been appointed Minister of Defense, using his position to intervene in the Yemeni civil war. In 2017, Bin Salman became the heir to the throne of Saudi Arabia. Today, his net worth is estimated at $18 billion. So, where do these billions come from exactly? Oil is the answer to that question, of course. Mohammed bin Salman has control over Aramco, the Saudi state oil business. He is also in charge of the Council of Economic and Developmental Affairs. MBS rules with an iron hand. He dismisses or gets rid of people that don't fit in or dare to disobey. Point taken? His Louis XIV's chateau in Paris. Mohammed bin Salman enjoys staying in lavish places. This fits his image of being a prince and a future king that needs to be treated that little bit special. Or else. Recently, MBS stayed in Paris, France, to meet with President Emmanuel Macron. This grabbed headlines because Mohammed bin Salman stayed at the Chateau Louis XIV. It is a 7,000 square metre mansion that has a gold-leafed fountain and a nightclub. Chateau Louis XIV is the most expensive private home in the world. It is a modernised version of the nearby Versailles Palace, which once belonged to the French royal family. They were beheaded, but hopefully Mohammed doesn't suffer the same fate. MBS purchased the Chateau Louis XIV in 2015 for a whopping $301 million. It is situated outside Paris in Louveciennes. The chateau has 10 bedrooms, a cinema, an indoor and outdoor pool, an underwater glass chamber that resembles a giant aquarium with white leather sofas. There is a library and a wine cellar that can store up to 3,000 bottles. You don't get a much fancier house than that, do you? During his stay, the doors are heavily guarded by security personnel in suits. There are also half a dozen police vehicles. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia clearly has powerful enemies and a bad conscience. Chateau Louis XIV was built in 2009 by luxury property developer Imad Khashoggi. He is the cousin of the late Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. In 2018, Jamal Khashoggi was killed inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Bin Salman approved the gruesome murder and dismemberment that got recorded and aired on primetime TV around the world. He has been heavily criticised internationally for it. It has caused him some embarrassment. But he can live with it. His $18 billion fortune keeps him going. He still has plenty of friends. His mega yacht. Bin Salman has been making headlines for his extravagant spending. He likes many different things and isn't afraid or ashamed to spend money on them. In 2015, he bought himself a $500 million yacht. How is it possible to spend that much on a yacht? This 440-foot mega yacht is named Serene. It was designed by Raymond Langton and Fincantieri, big names in the luxury boat industry. Their masterpiece Serene comes with 7 decks, 2 helipads, a helicopter hangar, multiple swimming pools, hot tubs, spas, a gym, a steam room, and a movie theatre. There is even a snow room. Not sure who would want to go in there. Do you? But if you had $500 million to play with, maybe you would have a snow room too. Beautiful Serene has 15 cabins, sleeping quarters for 24 guests, 30 rooms for 52 crew members. It's a really cool boat, by the way. One of the helipads can turn into a dance floor or a pool. There are areas dedicated to children. There's a room with a climbing wall and another with video game consoles. Bin Salman likes to be left alone from time to time, so he has his own deck that comes with a lift. It takes him from a stateroom to a private room to a private swimming pool. Just great. The prince bought Serene for himself after spotting her in the south of France. Lucky him. Who would ever get bored on this floating chunk of paradise? His cars. Bin Salman's taste in luxury cars runs in the family. Prince Al Talal bin Abdulaziz owns a diamond-coated Mercedes. Just break off a diamond when he's not looking. But his army of security will surely see you, and you'll literally lose your hand, or worse. Still tempted? Well, good luck with that. Bin Salman is competing with Prince Al Talal bin Abdulaziz. MBS already owns a gold Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe worth $8 million. Then he has a customized gold Lamborghini Aventador SVJ that has a princely price tag of $7.5 million. He even has a gold Bugatti Veyron Grand Sports that is valued at $12.5 million. It is one of the fastest street-legal cars in the world, travelling at a speed of 450 kilometers per hour. So who would want to drive at 450 kilometers per hour? You? Seems like the prince does, so maybe you should make friends. His properties. Bin Salman owns aircraft and luxury properties in Saudi and Europe. His residences include the opulent Urga Palace. This palace has gold chairs and gold-plated Kleenex dispensers. He also owns lavish residences in Switzerland, France, London, and Morocco. The prince is the owner of the Le Rouvray estate, a 620-acre plot that lies an hour's drive from Paris. He plans on renovating the manor house, which is in desperate need of an upgrade. In his free time, the prince enjoys spending time at marble-columned palaces and country retreats in Riyadh with his 84-year-old father. Bin Salman is a fan of art too. In 2017, he purchased a $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting. The 16th century Salvator Mundi is supposedly the most expensive painting in the world. Can you believe that it is almost as expensive as his mega yacht? But hey, if it's a Da Vinci and you've got $500 million to spare, then why not? Apparently it's hanging aboard his yacht. This would make the latter worth around $700 million. Hopefully no pirates come along or the boat hits an iceberg. Hopefully the helicopter can save the painting, but sadly it won't be able to carry the boat. His love life. In 2008, he married Sarah bint Mashkour. She is otherwise known as the Barbie Princess. The dream couple already has 4 children. In the prince's own words, "I want my children to live a very normal life away from the spotlight, political pressures, and media attention. My wife wants the same." Doubt very much that's going to happen. They are one of the richest families in the world, and everyone wants to know what they're doing. Building a futuristic city. MBS not only has big money, but he also has big dreams, and he aims to realize these dreams. One that he is currently working on is the massive $400 billion Saudi city, Neom. The goal is to finish building this city by 2030. It will potentially transform the kingdom's economic dependence from oil to commerce and tourism. Neom is going to be an enormous city on a massive 10,200 square mile site along the Red Sea. So it's meant to be 17 times the size of London. It will run on 100% renewable energy and cloud seeding to make rain. There will be flying taxis, and every house or apartment will have a robot maid. Humans will also be genetically modified. The beaches are going to have glow-in-the-dark sand, and there will be a robot Jurassic Park. Sounds like fun, right? The prince is planning to beat Silicon Valley in technological development and entertainment too. Do you really think that this city is going to be built? 2030 isn't very long from now. Tell us in the comments below. The prince is a workaholic who is said to spend 18 hours a day in his office. He has been making heavy investments in foreign and domestic sectors to make himself and his country richer. Saudi Arabia's investment fund owns 21% of Uber worldwide. It has high stakes in popular companies like DoorDash, WeWork, and Slack. Bet you know them very well. Prince Mohammed Bin Salman is a seasoned diplomat who runs in international circles. He does a lot and makes a lot.